Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome back to another study vlog. I actually woke up a little later than I had planned today, so the morning didn't exactly start the way I wanted. I made myself a warm cup of tea to keep me company while I studied for a while before getting ready for the day. Before I knew it, I had to rush to the dental clinic, and honestly, once the work starts, the entire day just disappears. Between seeing patients and finishing up everything at the clinic, there wasn't much time left for studying. But I had a to do list to complete, and I really didn't want to end the day without making some progress because a little progress is still something rather than no progress at all. So I decided after getting back home, I sat down for a late night study session. One thing I always remind myself is to stay hydrated. I always keep a bottle of water beside me because if I don't drink enough water, I can't focus and nothing really stays in my mind. Tonight's session was quite productive, and I attended a few classes, took detailed notes, and updated my study routine and made a checklist of everything I needed to cover. I know making routines, planning, and writing checklists can feel time consuming. Sometimes it even feels like you're spending more time planning than studying, but for me, these little habits keep everything organized. They help me understand where I am, what I've already covered, and what still needs to be done, and how I should plan for the next few days. I've realized that studying isn't just about putting in long hours. It's about having a strategy. Without a strategy, it's easy to feel busy without actually making meaningful progress. So, my advice is always study smart, just not hard. This is a very cliche line. Everyone uses it, but there's a reason everyone uses it. So, yeah, as I kept studying, I became so deeply focused that I lost track of time. I completely lost track of time. My plan wasn't definitely to stay up all night, but sometimes when you're really concentrated, the hours just slip away without you noticing. By the time I finished everything, I was really surprised. It was already 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I looked at the clock and honestly couldn't believe it. Well, I didn't. I mean, I did one intend to stop at 3 a.m. and then I intended to stop at 4 a.m. and then I intended to stop at 5 a.m. Unfortunately, after at 5 a.m. I was like, I have just a bit of work to finish, so I just sat down and it was 6:30 in a flash. I hadn't planned to stay up until sunrise, but I was happy that I managed to finish everything on my list. There are days I wonder even if I've done enough. After a full day at the clinic, it's so tempting to just call it a day and get some sleep. But I've learned that consistency isn't about having perfect days, it's about making most of the time that you have. Even if you just focus for a few hours, they all add up over time. Progress isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's simply about showing up, opening your books, and doing the work even when you're tired. I've also stopped comparing my productivity to anyone else's. Every day looks different. Some days I can study for hours, and other days my responsibilities take over. Instead of chasing perfection, I just try to move one step closer to my goal. That's what keeps me going, and honestly, that's what makes this journey sustainable. As the night got quieter, I found myself getting into that deep focus where everything else just faded into the background, and it was just me, my notes, and the goal I'm working towards. Those are the moments I enjoy the most because they remind me why I started this journey in the first place. Lately, I've been reminding myself that not every study day has to be perfect to be successful. Some days you wake up early, finish everything on your list, and feel incredibly productive, and other days don't go according to plan at all. Life happens, work happens, responsibilities come first, and that's okay. What matters the most is that you don't let one productive morning turn into an unproductive week. Even if I only have a few hours left in the day, I try to use them as best as I can instead of telling myself I'll start tomorrow. Because those small efforts may not seem like much in the moment, but over weeks and months they make a huge difference. I also think it's important to celebrate the little wins. Finishing one chapter, understanding a difficult concept, completing a lecture, or even just showing up to study when you're exhausted. Those are all victories. We often focus so much on the final goal that we forget to appreciate the little progresses we make every single day. Something I've learned during this journey is that discipline is much more reliable than motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what helps you sit down and get started even when you don't feel like it. Once I begin, I usually find that that is the hardest part. So just keep showing up, one step at a time, one study session at a time. With that, my study session finally came to an end and I headed off to bed. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. And if you're studying for your own exams or working towards a goal, I hope this vlog motivates you to keep going even on the busiest days. Take care of yourself, stay consistent, and I will see you in the next vlog. Allah Hafiz and good luck.